the same attention we give to our girl child, if we give that same attention to our boy child, trust me, the society would be a better place. So you see so many boy children that grow up like they are not okay, and you're wondering something went wrong in their childhood. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here. You are highly welcome. And please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, share it if possible, and click on the notification button. That's very important, so that anytime my videos come up, you'll be the first to get a notification. All right, so something happened last week and I just thought I'd talk about it this morning. And what was that? So I was planning to travel. I needed to travel, or I was supposed to travel, something like that, because I did not travel again. And I'm so happy that, as I see me like this, traveling is not my hobby. I don't like to travel, except it's very important. All right, so I needed to also look for someone that would take care of my children, while I'm away. And so it was really kind of difficult because I don't really talk to anybody. I just go to work, come back to my house, go to the church and all that. So there's this guy that does lesson for my son. So last week he came with his friend or his roommate. So I was like asking him, I said, guy, please, do you know anybody that can help take care of my children? Maybe hoping that he'd have a student in his lodge or something that can help me with my children. And then the guy he was like, I'm here, I'm a student, I'm free, okay, I can do it for you. And I'm like, okay, that's not bad. I'm like, well, that's not bad. But then I wasn't very comfortable because he's a guy. There is just little a guy. There's just little a guy can do. They're not. You see men. It's right to see men who behave like women in the home. Because guys, men are men. So I was like, okay, no problem. I collected his number and I'm like, okay, we'll talk later. But I just felt I should go to church. And then there's this lady I talked with one time. I was like, I think I should meet this lady so that I see if she could, have, maybe she would have somebody that would help me with my children. So I went to her on Sunday. I met the woman. I'm like, please, I need someone that will be able to, that would help me take care of my children while I travel. I'm supposed to be away for 1 week and all that. And she's like, okay. So she got somebody. But while we were discussing, I told her that I actually found a male, but male will not be as good as a woman in caregiving. But the aunt, she was like, yeah, and then she's like, no, 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 for the sake of your daughter. All right, so I have a son and a daughter. She's like, for the sake of your daughter, no, you can't bring in a guy. And I'm like, okay. So something just struck me, right? And I'm like, why are we so concerned about the girl child and less concerned about the boy child? Now, because I'm sure why she said it is, so that you don't have a boy harass my daughter, or what's the word now? I'm trying to look for the word. Harass her, or what's this word? When you take advantage of little children. Don't pedophileize my daughter. But we don't realize that even men, even boys, are as risky. Hey, Jesus. Boys too are also at risk of being pedophilized, being harassed. Harassed is not the word. I'm trying to look for the word. Oh God, I don't know why that word is not coming. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes there are times you're talking like this and the word you're looking for will not just come. Alright, so boys too are at risk of whatever it is that you're afraid of. But we have a way of protecting the girl child. Now I know that women, girls, are more vulnerable. Yes, we are more vulnerable to attacks, we are more vulnerable to harassment, we are more vulnerable to all forms of violence in society. Okay, even when it comes to rituals, women are more victims. They're the ones who are mostly used for rituals. It's rare. In fact, I've rarely seen a guy whose head was cut off or whose penis was cut off or whatever. It's usually the females. I know that we are at risk, but also we need to also find a way of also protecting the boy child. okay, especially when that boy is still a child. Because the same way you are afraid of, having the girl exposed to some vices, that is how boys are exposed to vices. All right, there were boy childs who were raped when they were children. There were boys that were, that had gone through, but because the boys don't talk. All right, the men are, because naturally an average man is reserved. He doesn't talk. He doesn't he doesn't reveal a lot. But the woman is the one who is very so these boys don't talk, and then we think that they don't have a problem, or they don't have issues while growing up. So the purpose of this video is, please, while we are thinking of the girl child, let's also think of the boy child. Sometimes we even do these things when it comes to raising them, when it comes to training these children, when it comes to raising these children. You see, we give so much attention to the girl. Every time we're like, you don't know you're a girl, we teach her how to sit, we teach her how to cook, we teach her how to sweep, we teach her how to be organized, where we teach the girl a lot of things. And we're like, one day you're going to get, especially in Africa. Me, I am a Nigerian, like I would usually say. I don't know how the other parts of the African nations behave, but you say Nigeria, oh no, as you're growing, once your breath has started coming out small, you start hearing words like, very soon now you'll be in a man's house, very soon now somebody will come and marry you. You talk anyhow, they flick your mouth. You're a woman, talk right. We give so much attention to the girl child. We are raising her properly. Don't you know you'll be in a man's house tomorrow? You need to be in a certain way so that you can be a good wife. And then we don't raise the boy child to let him know that, see, you too are going to be a husband, okay? And you need to learn how to love a woman. So even the boy child, we don't concentrate on him to teach him respect. We don't teach him that he's a protector. We don't teach him that he's a provider. I remember one time my son asked me a question. He asked me something, and I had to sit him down and I had to explain some things to him. Even there are times that we are going out, I will tell him, hold your sister. I will tell him, see, always watch out for your sister. I try to put it in his mind that, see, you're a man and you are naturally, the way God has created you, you are a protector, and at the right time, you will provide. There are certain things he does now, I start correcting it now. I teach him to be organized too. I teach him to sweep. I teach him to cook. Because he too will be a husband. And he would marry. And when his wife, that day, if Jesus tarries anyway, and the wife gets pregnant, and she needs help, and there is nobody to help her in the house, maybe perhaps there's no house help, or there is no nanny or whatever, and it's just both of them, all right? He would need to help his wife. He would need to assist her. All right, so sometimes we don't train our boy children, we don't protect them now that they are still children. We just concentrate on the girl child. See, the same attention we give to our girl child, if we give that same attention to our boy child, trust me, the society would be a better place. Because the reason we are having scums, men are scum, is because most of our men, we are not trained well. We don't realize that some of this boy child or boy children grow up in a certain way that affects their psyche. We don't, because you're a man and a man will be, we just push them one side, and then you concentrate on the girl child. That you forget that your girl child will grow up to link with a boy child. And if that boy child was not properly trained, your girl child is going to suffer for it. So please, I'm just saying this. You see, the same energy we give to protecting, to training our girl child, let us give that same energy to protecting and training our boy child. So many boys that were pedophiled, that word is still not coming back. I know you understand what I mean. While they were growing up, some of them turn out, when they grow up, they become womanizers. They become rapists. Yes, because something just, after that experience they had, something just went wrong with their psyche. So you see so many boy children that grow up like they are not okay, and you're wondering something went wrong in their childhood. So The same way you shook eye for the girl, please shook eye like that for the boys. These children are both important. Teach from their young age, teach them their roles. All right, the men have their role, the females have their role, and I pray that God helps us. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Hope to see you next week. Until then, bye bye.